Welcome, guys, to the Nerdbender podcast. Today, we're going to be reviewing the latest Power Rangers movie, the remake or reboot, whatever you want to call it. Something that people were expecting. Some people were a little irked about it. Some people really loved it. And we're going to give our opinions on it. But before we do that, I want to introduce myself. My name is DuoDreamer. And alongside with me, Freelancer Amber. What's up, Freelancer?
What is up, people of the internet?
And then we have Yoli Mate. What's up, Yoli Mate?
I just got back from work. I have not eaten yet. So...
We should have eaten before we done
clearly, this. Well, as far as I knew, we were going to start as I got back.
Richard. I blame you, Rich.
Why does it? What? Okay.
Love you. But anyway,
well, since you said my name, hi everybody.
We have Richard Korra Kenobi. What's up, Richard?
Hiya! Hi everybody. We're movie reviewers today.
And of course, we have SpectralStar. What's up, SpectralStar?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hello.
He's back.
Yes, he's back.
I'm back.
He's back in green.
He's back in green.
I was deathly ill before. Now I'm okay. Kinda.
Yes.
Still insane, but deathly ill. Yeah. No deathly ill. Insane, yes. No deathly ill. Let's go.
Okay.
Also, too, once again, I called Krispy Kreme. They said, and I quote, "Stop asking us to promote your YouTube channel. We're not doing it. It didn't go so well." So no
I guess
promotions.
Can't work miracles, huh?
We should all be eating Krispy Kreme right now just to make them, feel like they screwed up and missed a good deal. Just be like,
well,
hold up the box and then take a donut out and eat it. Show the logo.
I was going to get Dunkin' Donuts, but kind of forgot to get Dunkin' Donuts.
But speaking of
no donuts.
Speaking of Krispy Kreme, we will be talking about that while
Oh, good. I have a lot to say about that, but we all do.
But anyway, guys, so yeah, we're gonna be reviewing the new Power Rangers movie. First off, before we get into the review, what was your impression when it was first announced that they were gonna make a remake of the Power Rangers movie? Let's start with Amber. What was your impression when it was announced that Power Rangers movie?
Really hard to say. I mean, I love the original. I mean, it's everyone's childhood, right? And yes. But when they see like the brief 2 seconds of the transformation, instead of the usual the original, just throw up the morphers in the air and whatever, and there's the new one has these particle effects that go on as turn into his armor. That's what I think it's cool about.
Okay. All right.
I
Awesome.
mean, I still respect the spandex and all that.
We love spandex.
We all love spandex.
I'm wearing something right now, and I'm just.
Oh God!
I could not.
You just can't see it.
But but SpectralStar, when they first announced that they were going to make a reboot, what was your impression when they first announced that they were going to make a reboot of the Power Rangers?
I think I was a little late to the announcement thing. I had heard about it through other people, and then I did some digging and looked it up and realized that they were going to do a darker, more mature. And then I was kind of like, well, that might fail because that ain't what the Power Rangers is, Power Rangers they're goofy and B-movie and campy and stuff like that,
Yeah,
but it's okay. After I saw it, it was all good. I really liked the characters.
Too seriously.
Huh?
Oh, I said they never take themselves too seriously in the original. They knew it was goofy as hell. They just embraced it.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. I mean, I was gonna go see it, whether I thought ill of it or good of it or whatever, because it's my childhood, like Amber said.
Yeah.
And they brought back the original Power Rangers, like when they brought back the original cast of Star Trek, or the characters at least, not the original cast, but the characters.
Yeah.
Right.
So
it's kind of like in your opinion, it's kind of like the new Star Trek movies where they brought back the original characters, only different actors and a different universe kind of thing.
Yep. Just like a different timeline, different dimension type thing or something, parallel Earths or whatever. It was just really, really good to see that they're acknowledging how awesome the past is.
Right.
Yeah.
I never even thought about that. What if it was a different universe altogether? And because most franchises have different versions and different universe and timelines and stuff, and then sometimes they get the timelines and like a crossover event with the timelines and the versions together. And
Well, that would be awesome.
What if we did that? What if we did see the original Power Rangers and the movie Power Rangers coming together?
Don't, no, please don't. I swear to God, I'm gonna have a fan heart attack if you keep saying that.
At least Tommy and Kimberly could come back. I mean, because it's a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm holding out. Hey, we can dream.
Yes.
But Rich, what was your impression when they first announced it before making the movie?
Well, when I first heard about it through the news, I was just like, really? They're rebooting Power Rangers in a more modern day, serious direction? I was like, I've always wanted to see that, not gonna lie. If it's done right, I thought, who knows, maybe this could be better than that other god-awful abomination franchise that is currently going on right now. And when I first saw the pictures of the Rangers, their new suits, I was just like, I like this take. I really do. It's very modern. It's very here and now, and it still pays tribute to the original. So I was very optimistic. And I was happy with what I was seeing, regardless if the changes were kind of hit or miss for me. So I was okay with it, and I'm happy with the end product.
All right, awesome. And how about you, Only Mate, when you first heard the announcement that they were going to make a reboot?
Well, I mean, I thought, this could work, but then it just immediately went to Hollywood. Don't fuck it up.
Yes.
Yeah, always a huge concern.
Right. For me, when I first heard about it, I was like, interesting, and I'm going to give it a chance. Because you know how there are some fans that are purists who want to boycott it? There are a lot of purists.
Well, not boycott.
The original only.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
You make reboot. That not sit with us. We stick with the original.
Right. But I'm one of those fans that was willing to give it a shot because I was curious about, okay, this is a new take on it. My first impression when I saw the suits, right away I thought of, I don't know if anyone thought the same thing. Right away I thought of Iron Man.
I heard that was going around the internet a lot.
Oh, such a coincidence that you say that, considering what was brought up in the movie.
Exactly. I mean,
are we gonna get armor like Iron Man, or is it gonna be spandex like Spider-Man?
Exactly.
Right.
I mean, I liked the armors. Like I said,
I may not have it on Blu-ray, but I remember that line.
It was and watching the behind the scenes of how they made the suits, which a lot of people thought they were CG and motion capture. No, those were actual practical suits. So, new direction of the suits. And hey, I mean, like I said, I mean, it's trying to be different. It's not trying to be spandex. So I didn't mind it.
Right. And originally, before they ever revealed the suits, I was like wondering what the suits were going to be like. I don't know if you guys remember Superpower Beatdown when they had the Green Ranger versus Ryu.
Yes,
of
course.
And how that costume looked for
they got the actor from the Street Fighter Assassin's Fist series to play Ryu.
Right.
Yep.
And I saw how they made the Green Ranger suit, and I was like thinking to myself, I hope that would be the movie for the new movie, but unfortunately it wasn't. We got what we have here, but it was still good. It looked good, in my opinion, at the same time. And all I can say is I know Pierce is going to get upset when they see the suits, but at the same time, it's another take. on the franchise, and I was still willing to give it a shot.
Oh, people getting upset about a suit. Where have I heard that before recently?
It doesn't have nipples. We're fine.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm talking about. If you know what I meant about nipples on us.
I'm scared. What are we talking about?
Joel Schumacher's Batman.
Oh, I thought you were talking about. Okay.
No, I was on about Spider-Man: Homecoming.
The bat nipples, the bat butts.
Yes.
No, please don't.
But whoa, people were complaining about the Spider-Man suit?
Yeah, just because of it being techie and whatnot, and it was made by Tony Stark, not Peter Parker, that sort of thing, which I kind of get that, but...
Don't remind me of that.
Hey, times are changing.
Yeah, anyway, back on topic. Power Rangers.
Yeah, on topic.
Hey, do you think
The hi-ya things.
do you think we should tell people that were kind of wearing the colors shirts or whatever corresponds to the Rangers?
Yeah. I was
Oh,
going to get around to that because I'm pretty sure everybody's... well, then again, people don't pay attention to our clothes anyway, so it's like, oh, we could literally have bold eyes saying, "Notice us."
Well, we did bring attention to it. So yeah, Amber's wearing yellow in honor of Trini. You have Yoli Mate wearing black in honor of Zach. You have
It's a legitimate strategy.
you have Richard in red and paying homage to Jason, and you have Yoli Mate as Tommy, the Green Ranger.
Your only mate is Tommy.
I'm your only mate, and
SpectralStar.
don't be dicks to animals.
SpectralStar.
I'm Richard Korra Kenobi. I'm having a crisis here. Who am I?
I'm sorry. All right, it's a SpectralStar.
Duo.
And of course, you have me as Billy, the Blue Ranger. I don't mind it. I was going to go for Zach, but Richard thought it was going to be too racist.
Well, hold on. No. Your only mate thought it would be racist.
I didn't think it would be racist. I called dibs.
Yeah, that's even better. He called dibs on it.
Okay,
most of my wardrobe is black t-shirts.
Richard was saying, like, I don't know if you should be the Black Ranger. I don't know if that would be racist. It's not going to be racist. It's
He called dibs on it. It's just like, what am I going to do?
Just say he called dibs on it. That's all you need to say.
He just said that because he wanted to wear black.
I should have called seniority.
Legitimate rule. Whatever you call dibs.
I should have called seniority and vetoed your.
I mean, everyone knows about the international dibs protocol.
What if I wanted to be the
take back the
or something? Would that have been cool? What if I wanted to be Kimberly? You know, would that have been cool?
Everybody.
Well, I do have something. The only thing that's pink because we don't have anyone else has that's wearing pink.
No.
Is that a headband?
It's a headband.
Oh yeah.
It's a headband.
So pretty much you are awesome. Crossover. You're pretty much a fusion version of Kimberly and Trini. Pretty much.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.
She's got powers of the yellow and the Blue Ranger, like at once.
It's a great headband.
Yeah. He called dibs on Duo. What was I supposed to do?
I don't know. Use your miracle magic or something. I don't know.
On him?
Miracle magic.
But anyway, getting back on topic, we are going to talk about the movie. I want to first a little bit talk about the original show, how it was. It was like everyone was saying it was very campy. In my opinion, it was kind of like a cross between Godzilla, Voltron, Saved by the Bell, and Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
It was
perfect analogy.
Yes. But when they presented this new movie, it took a different tone. It took a serious tone. They had these the teenagers from Jason, Zach, Trini, Kimberly, and Billy as like sort of like troubled teens rather than just idealistic teens going through their everyday lives and doing a lot of
also, I mean, the teens in this movie were kind of like, they were more relatable because modern teens back in the 90s were not like the original cast. I mean, because that's one of the problems I had with the original cast. It's just like I couldn't relate to them because they were happy-go-lucky and
they were too ideal. They were
Yeah,
too ideal.
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, again, like you say, like Saved by the Bell. Like everyone wants to have that type of life in high school, but not everyone's gonna have that type of life. You know what I mean?
No,
And
exactly.
so, but like what Richard said, you know, the new teenagers who are playing the Power Rangers for the movie was more relatable. You know, I can actually relate to most of them.
Oh, I can relate to all of them. Well, I mean, except Zach. Well, I mean, yeah, I still say Zach. Okay.
He's looking at the Blu-ray.
Yeah, I'm trying because we were going to bring up the cast, so did not have time to memorize all their names. So apologies for that.
Okay. All right, so let's talk about the cast. I don't know who's who. I'm looking myself, so I'm just gonna say the actor who played Jason. What was your guys' thoughts on the actor who played Jason?
Look him up.
Goddamn.
I'm just gonna say
great.
his first scene I didn't really think was too necessary.
Yeah, that
because
was
one joke they made.
That scene. Oh my God, why?
I thought that was the most unnecessary joke in the world. Like,
Thank you.
Well, it should be cool because I just milked her. Him. Him.
You just milked him.
Like, they could have ended it right there, but then they just had to escalate to, okay, was it one big adult or 4 little ones? I mean, it was pretty big. I mean, I even had to use both hands. Then they even show a silhouette. Like, why? Just end it at you milked him.
And then they showed the bull's face like, ooh.
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
Because that's what Power Rangers was missing. That's what's relatable to these teenagers nowadays. A guy milking a male cow. That's perfect.
A sex joke while doing it, which is fine. That's
right off the bat.
Sex joke.
Like,
This ain't so happy as Power Rangers.
Well, we might as well get used to it. There's like
Don't get me wrong, I was laughing pretty hard at that scene, but still, at the end of the day, I think they should have just ended it at you just milked him.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have that imagination of like, yes, white stuff came in, but it's not milk.
Oh.
Love you, guy.
Yeah, thanks. Anyway, okay, I just pulled up the cast. So, okay.
All right, awesome.
Although if I butcher these pronunciations, please do not torch me. My pronunciations suck. We all know this.
Yeah, that's true. Love you. Nah, I'm just joking.
Hey.
Oh.
Richard, try saying in Elmer Fudd accent.
Yes.
Oh, God. All right, well.
Who played Jason in the movie?
Okay, who played Jason? Let me.
That's the hardest name, in my opinion, to pronounce.
Darcy. I'm just gonna call him Darcy.
Did you say Dorothy?
No,
Darcy.
I said
Oh, Darcy.
Darcy. Yeah, Darcy.
I thought it was Docre or something.
Doncray?
Docre.
Well, that sounds better. We'll just call him.
It sounds like you're trying to say
Docre. You so Docre cray. Okay, sorry. I had to do it.
If the cast of this is watching this,
it's Montgomery.
Yeah,
His last
Montgomery. Okay, thank you.
I like Montgomery Burns from.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it Docre or am I pronouncing it wrong?
Okay.
No,
I think it's Docre.
Yeah, it is Darkray Montgomery. Okay, we got it. Anyway, so Darkray Montgomery.
That's a cool name.
I thought it was a pretty good Jason.
I did too.
Yeah, I mean, he was. I mean, the original Jason, played by Austin St. John, I could kind of see a resemblance between these two. I mean, they both had similar characteristics, except Montgomery's version.
It would have been amazing if Austin St. John was his father in the movie.
Thank you.
Oh my God!
Oh God!
the actor.
I actually thought when I first saw the trailer, I thought that was Austin St. John, but then it turns out
he
it
looked
wasn't.
like Austin. I literally thought, it's just like, but nope, it's not. Anyway, but okay, Jason in the movie, he was pretty much shown to be this rising star in football, but then he makes one mistake with the cow incident, and then he injures his knee, and then he pretty much decides, okay, I'm not even going to try and continue where I left off. I'm just going to do what I want. So, you know, it's that classic father doesn't understand son relationship. So I like that, and he stands up to bullies, and he's just pretty likable. I mean, I really like him, and I like... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say he had me when he slapped that bully in the face.
Yes, exactly.
Did you just slap me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird, right?
You want a fresh one? Okay, no.
Yeah.
On how he you could see he was struggling to carry the weight of being this new leader of this team. Like he was very relatable in his struggles. So I kind of liked him.
I have to agree with that because Austin St. John's version of Jason from the original show, it was just like, oh, you're the leader of the Power Rangers, and it's like, okay, and it almost came naturally, like, oh, I'm a leader and this and that. Well, he did show leadership when he, you know, runs his karate class, which is good, but then leading a team.
Yeah, but
against...
in my opinion, Austin St. John is playing a teenager who is a natural born leader who has a karate class. I mean, that's not very relatable, you know, and you really don't get a sense of the struggle. You never got to see the struggles of him being a leader. Right.
Yeah. With this one, with Dark Gray.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you get a feeling.
Did you say Dark Gray?
Dark Gray. I don't know. I'm having a trouble.
It sounds like Dark Gray is in the Pokemon now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm having trouble pronouncing his first name too. So I just know Montgomery. I'm referring to him as Montgomery.
Okay, fine, we'll do that. Anyway, so yeah, Montgomery was perfectly casted. I honestly, and again,
call him Monty.
Monty.
Call him Monty.
Huh?
The full Monty. I'm just
Oh my god.
Hey Monty, what's going on, bro?
Oh.
Do you want to take this guy? Anyone? Really? Okay.
Anyway, so Amber, your only mate, SpectralStar. What were your thoughts on Montgomery's Jason?
Well, I guess pretty much the same thing what you just said. I mean, I really don't pay attention to what, like, the comparison between the original actor and right now's actor. I just like, oh, he's pretty cool. He's pretty cool what he's doing right now. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. SpectralStar.
I am just going to say what Amber said. That sums up my thoughts perfectly, really.
Okay.
I've got nothing to add.
Anything else to add?
He set the tone for the rest of the characters in the movie. If you notice, like, he was at first like stealing a cow or something, and you know, escaping the police, and what was it, a truck or something?
Yeah,
I can't remember. Some kind of vehicle. And just trying to just be as juvenile delinquent as possible, and then the rest of them just followed suit in a way, like Kimberly, like everybody going to detention and stuff, you know. So he set the tone for the movie, like right off the bat. So, you know, good job on that.
Yeah. I mean, okay.
Slapping the bully. Yeah, I love that part too. Every dude probably loves that part.
Oh yeah.
It's just a cool scene.
Yeah.
Taking up for somebody and all that, you know.
Yeah.
Bitch slap.
Yeah, exactly. Just like, yeah. Again, got no problems with him. He did a pretty good job as Jason.
It's a good job.
Yeah. So we move on to the next cast member.
Yeah.
One more thing. It was also one.
What happened?
Sorry.
No.
I just wanted to say that the later scene in the movie with him lamenting over Billy's death was really touching. You know,
Well,
it was really touching.
Trust me, because I'm pretty sure
that was just a touching scene in general.
Yeah.
We'll get to it.
Yes. Well, okay, let's talk about Naomi Scott as Kimberly.
Okay. Well, oh god.
When I look at her, I just think she looks exactly like and wait, was the original Amy Jo Johnson?
Yeah, Amy Jo Johnson.
Yeah, I just feel like she looks just in my mind, but she looks exactly like her. It's like, is that her daughter?
Yeah.
I mean, she just looks.
She totally could have been as well.
Yeah, she just looks like her in a way.
Yeah, she does. Okay, well, Kimberly, at first, okay, because each of these new characters has a motivation for how they are. You get to dive in deep, in depth in their characters. Kimberly, in my opinion, was the only one who kind of had a less of it, because her motivation for why she's there at this detention school, it's kind of like, okay, I can buy some of them, but hers, I really don't know. I mean, it just really didn't grab me. And then she later reveals the scene, what she did, that was set up in the movie. I'm like, especially when Jason tells her, you did an awful thing, that doesn't make you an awful person. I was just like,
I like that quote.
Yeah, it's just like, yes, it kind of does. I mean, Kimberly was okay. She kind of grew on me, but I did not connect with her motivation for why she did what she did and why she was trying to deny she did it. Like, I didn't get that. But overall, I think she was great.
Her was kind of weird. Her was kind of weird to me. Like, all I knew of her with the character was she was a former cheerleader who took part in cyberbullying, which girl, like, I'm not gonna stereotype girls like that, but some girls like that do partake in cyberbullying and, you know, thinking that they're better than each other and whatnot. But yeah, I got that vibe from her, and it made it believable of what most teens are like her. But at the same time, it wasn't as impactful as Amy Jo Johnson's.
No. Okay, well, in their respect, in Naomi Scott's Kimberly's defense, Amy Jo Johnson's Kimberly was just an overall girl. You know, she did gymnastics. Right. She was friends. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, so the original cast had little to no personality. So when you're trying to reinvent them to make them more modern and more relatable and believable, it's kind of hard. You have to do some stereotypes. So I didn't really like that. Okay, for Kimberly, let's just make her a former cheerleader who partook in cyberbullying. Like, I don't like that angle. I mean, I really don't. I don't know how I felt about that. And honestly, by the end, I don't like on how, okay, everyone's motivation is justified, but Kimberly's is not. And I hate on how, again, Jason told her, you did an awful thing. It doesn't make you an awful person. So the message there is, if you do cyberbullying, it doesn't make you an awful person. You just did an awful thing. I don't like that message, in my opinion. But overall,
I will just say, as much as I kind of like that line, it doesn't always work.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like, I mean, again, I really don't know how to say it, but she did good. She really did good. I honestly don't think they could have picked a better choice to play Kimberly. And it's like Amber said, she does, out of all of them, she looks exactly like original actor. So I give her credit for that.
I should say, instead of what I said before, I should say that to me, she didn't stand out very much.
Yeah, exactly.
Compared to the other.
There you go. Like,
right, she didn't stand out in a way.
No,
like Jason, like when we talk about Jason, he stood out greatly in the movie. But Kimberly,
you get to Billy. Billy immediately stood out. Trini, she immediately stood out. Zach, I mean, but then he later stood out too. But with Kimberly, she's the only one that really didn't stand out to me, and I wish they could have given her they could have written her more better. That's all I have to say. I wish they could have written her more better and made her stand out just as much as the others. But you get what you get.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about your?
I thought Kimberly's character was pretty well written. Like, she was getting bullied, like you guys said. She knocked a guy's tooth out.
Yes.
And everybody in the school just turned on her. And it broke her heart. And basically, what she did was rebel against the stereotype cheerleader
This is
that
true.
she was trying to be for so long.
Yeah, and I
cut her hair short.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. One more thing I forgot to bring up. That later talk she has with Jason, and when she tells him that she actually felt bad for what she did, and when she had to see the look of her friend's fathers, like seeing her father, the daughter's father, look at the picture that we never see. I did like that scene, and I thought, okay, yeah. I mean, this could have been needed earlier, but I like it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Anyone else on Naomi Scott's performance?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, I think we got everything.
All right. Well, let's get on to the next one, which in my opinion was, I think, the star of the movie. In my opinion, was R.J. Seiler, who played Billy.
Yes.
I say he was
He was
absolutely
great.
the best one.
Yeah.
Yes.
My goodness.
Best actor.
Yes, absolutely. Like, Billy was the best part of this movie. Like, the actor, the character, they really just did so well together. And I gotta say, like, this version of Billy knocks the original out of the park. It's not even a contest.
Right. I agree. You know, like, he was the stereotypical nerd, but then they put more depth into him on maybe why he was being such a nerd. Like, there's no real reason of being a nerd. You just that's who you are. But they add in the fact that he has autism, and if you know about kids with autism and people with autism, they do have, you know, their brains work differently, and he brought that out so well. And there was a good balance the way he portrayed himself as a person with autism.
Yes.
It goes back to has anyone watched Tropic Thunder before?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
I've seen it once. Don't really remember too much of
I
it.
have not.
Robert Downey Jr.'s character was telling Ben Stiller's character that you know, if you're gonna play a retard, don't go full retard.
Yes, exactly.
You know, and that's what I liked about RJ. Like, there's some normal sides to him, but you can tell the autism part of that character. But you get to still love him, sympathize for him, and for some people you can relate to him. Definitely, he was relatable.
To go off that, because I don't know about everyone else, but I am autistic, and I completely brought this performance. And I gotta say, like, it was amazing just how well he did it. But he didn't go overboard with it, like Duo just said. So I gotta say, it's just like, wow, I really related to him. I connected to him, and I was just like, I really just, every time Billy was in a scene, it's just like, he was the immediate standout to me. I really did, and I just love how they writ him, and especially interactions with Jason. Like, immediately when he and Jason first meet, it's just like, I believe these two have already become best friends.
Oh yeah, they clicked so well together.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, when he talks to them on a personal level, telling them his secrets, it's like, I love.
Rip.
Did he cut out for anyone else?
And then of course, what?
Richard, your
Richard, you're becoming bot.
Your camera's a little botchy. You like froze on me.
Damn it.
Richard?
How about now? Is it good?
You still look frozen.
Yeah, you still look a little bit
I can
frozen.
hear him. I hear you.
Yeah, we can hear him. That's the main thing.
Well, okay, there goes that. Looks like I'm going pick for this one.
As soon as he says it.
No!
Richard?
I'm
Rip.
Richard!
Rip.
Rip Richard.
Everyone can.
Oh, Richard died moving on.
Right?
But
Oh
no,
my
no.
All right, can everyone still hear me okay?
Yes.
I can hear you, just can't see
Okay,
you.
you can see me okay. All right, fine. I'm going to have to go old-fashioned for this one. All right, let's just leave it at this. I'm sorry, everybody.
Oh.
Okay, and just give it a while. Maybe your camera will work later.
Yeah, anyway, but yeah, when Billy died, which Star brought up earlier. It was the best. It was the best scene in the movie. The music, the way they all were crying and connecting with him. Even when he died, it's just like, oh my God, wow. I really cared for Billy, and I never really cared that much about Billy in the original. Just saying that right now. Yeah. So I mean, even when he dies, it's just like, why? Don't kill him off.
Yeah, that was very heartbreaking for me when I saw him die. It's like, no, why? And I'm gonna have to go a little color on this one. It's like, why does the black people have to die first? I'm like thinking to myself, why does always the black people have to die first?
And he's not being racist, all right?
Black lives matter. Black lives matter.
Tell that to Rita.
Well, Rita is apparently a racist. Who knew?
Rita Repulsa is racist, confirmed.
Rita racista.
Rita, you racist bitch.
Yeah, I would love to just see Billy just say to, why are you killing me? Because I'm black? And then just what? No. And then just be really nervous, like, and just awkward scene. I know it would have just absolutely destroyed the mood.
I'm pretty sure Rita doesn't even know what racist is. She's like, "What is racist?" Where you're racist against you're against other people and different colored.
Yeah, she probably just wouldn't give a shit, really.
No,
she
because
I mean,
she'll just go to the Krispy Kreme and steal the Zeo Crystal.
Exactly. Yeah, but
I still can't stop laughing whenever somebody says that.
Well, speaking of that.
Meanwhile, while you say it, I'm in physical pain right now because I still haven't eaten yet.
I'll still go to Krispy Kreme. I actually have some donuts with me right now.
Oh, rub it in. Oh,
wow.
They're not Krispy Kreme donuts, but they're still donuts.
It's
Yeah.
all right.
it's still food, Mark. It's still food.
Anyway, but speaking of that, of the race, how did you guys feel? Like, I don't know about DuoDreamer, but when they actually were in the water and you saw their colors, you saw their colors and you saw they're glowing. When you see Billy's like, I'm blue. I mean, it's not my favorite color, but I'm okay with it. And then Zach says, I'm black. No, you're not. Yes, I am.
That was funny. I
love that. Yeah.
No,
you're not.
It's
yes,
pretty
I
much
am.
The bomb making fun of themselves. Like, yeah, in retrospective, we probably should have done that better. But yeah, Billy was fine. Again, I mean, he was the best RJ was the best actor in the movie. You really could tell he had a lot of charisma. He's a very nice guy, and the character just blended together. So I got no problems with him.
Well, I will say his reason for being in detention was absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
Hey, why were you in detention? I blew up my lunchbox. He just says it so casually as well. Like, lunchbox in my locker, boom goes the lunchbox, detention goes Billy.
I also love the scene when he gets ready to blow up to get the morphers and he's talking to his dad. He's just like, I stole the car from
Doesn't
Mom.
work. All right, well, that happened, and just boom.
Yeah. So, yeah, Billy was fine. He was great.
Yeah. Anyone else?
Billy? Oh, man, he was a sweetheart in the movie, right?
Yeah. I like
He
him.
was an awesome guy.
Yeah.
And, it brought out a lot of emotions for me when he died.
Oh.
He was also the first person to actually morph.
Yeah.
So, you know,
No, he had no idea how.
it took his death and his resurrection to get them all get their asses together so they could morph and fight Rita finally.
What? Why is it that for some reason someone coming back to life fixes like things in movies? Like, it helps the Rangers in this movie. It prevented Mewtwo from taking over the world in the Pokemon movie.
Oh, great
I guess
transition.
the thought of death makes you appreciate what you have. I think that's what it was.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Yeah, I know.
cliche.
I'm just saying.
Yes,
People
but
come back to life. Things like don't
Miracles happen.
like go bad.
Exactly.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Zordon happens.
Yeah, there you go. Zordon happened.
Okay, let's go on to the next.
Actually, one last thing I'll say on Billy.
All right.
When that bully headbutts him after he'll get their powers.
Yes.
I love that.
If you must come, hey, bro. If you must come,
you just lost my hat.
Yeah, just trying to snap his wrist.
Real.
Huh?
Oh God! Somebody's going to get whiplash. Y'all keep doing that. Whiplash.
Oh,
I committed.
And all the attention is like, oh my God, he just knocked this guy down, and then he's getting all his clique with him now and stuff. That was awesome.
I'm not a violent person, but hey, he wanted to do this the hard way.
Yes.
Yeah,
I love watching that bully get beat up. I don't know why. It's horrible.
If you
You know,
must,
sometimes
Bullies are assholes.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
sometimes I hope that bully was either Bulk or Skull in that dimension.
I'm surprised Goldar didn't step on him or something.
Yeah.
No, he was their secret love child.
Oh, nice.
Jesus. If you must come
Bulk
at
and
me, bro,
Skull's
then come
secret
at me,
love
bro.
child.
Damn, man. Wow.
They're still friends, you know. The original Bulk and Skull, they still like hang out, and
Yep.
Oh, that is awesome.
it's so funny to watch. If you watch any older videos with them, they make like a ton of jokes. They're like a comedy team. They're so cool together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so shall we move on to the next cast member?
Yeah,
Yes.
Becky G as Trini.
Well, this was her first movie because she was a YouTuber, if I'm correct, before she got into
What?
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she did. Or no, wait. She was either a YouTuber or she was a music star. It was one of those two, but she does have a YouTube channel, if I'm correct. So yeah, so this was her first acting role, and I mean, well, at first, Trini, she was okay at first. She really didn't grab me, but then when she opened up and you saw her, she quickly became just as relatable as the others.
Right.
Yeah.
And I noticed that they touch on the issues of her sexual orientation, which is something something that was never touched upon in the old Power Rangers, but because of how society is now, they decide to incorporate that with
Although in the original, it was kind of hinted that Trini and Billy were kind of a thing, but they never fully became a thing.
right.
Yeah, so I do like on how they touched on that, and I honestly also too, they could have just had the cliche of her coming out and say, "Oh yeah, I'm a lesbian." Like they could have just said it, but I like on how no, it's never said. It's just thought, and it's possible, but it's never said. I like it when movies do that. Like that's how you.
Like not so direct, right?
Yeah.
Right.
There's like a little subtlety, just not too direct.
Yes, thank you. Because again, it's very nice when people handle this kind of thing with subtlety, and they just don't directly come out and say it. Because again, to me, that would have just been like, I don't know how I feel about them doing that. Maybe they could have rewritten that, but no, they did. They stuck to it. They were like, okay, well, let's handle her sexual orientation with subtlety, and let's just not, come out and say it. Like maybe it's we'll let the fans decide, or maybe who knows. So I do like on how it's kept up in the air.
Thing is, what I like about it is this is what some teenagers go through. They sometimes go through with the their identity of their sexual orientation.
Exactly.
They go through that struggle, and I think that's why a lot of people found this movie to be relatable, because each character goes through certain issues that people has been through before.
Exactly. And speaking as someone who went to high school, I was friends with a lot of people like Trini. Like a lot of people were like Trini, and in high school today, many people still are like that. So I do like on how it's very relatable.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I mean, her chemistry with the others was okay. Again, it really didn't stand out at first, but then later on, it was just like, okay, cool. I like on how she's with them and she trusts them.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and her chemistry with Kimberly is pretty good. And they don't obviously try and force the whole, could we have Kimberly and Trini in a love thing? It's just like, no, don't, please. I I just know. It makes sense for Kimberly and Trini to be best friends in this movie because they were like that in the original.
Right.
I saw like the first scene with those two like really together. Like, Kenobi was dying. Oh, and I'm really sorry about this. What? This? And just throws off the cliff with her.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, and I do like, once again, when they're in the Krispy Kreme and they're fighting over the last piece of a donut.
I kind of like that scene because it shows about, you know, how honed their skills and their abilities are now.
Yes, thank you.
You know,
that was cool.
It was funny. It was funny to see that, but it shows like, wow, they're starting to build up on their skills with each other.
Yeah,
you know?
and they're building the friendship too. Although her chemistry with Zach, yeah, not gonna touch into that because again, I just thought, okay, that could have been handled so much better than. But again, I'll save that for when we actually talk about Zach.
Right. Want to add into Becky G's performance?
Oh, yeah, she did an amazing job playing this relatable teen and going through things that actual people go through. Again, you could very much tell that she wasn't phoning it in, and she wasn't, because when you get into movies like this, it's your first one. Usually, you start off and you clearly show that you can't act, but she did. She showed that she could act, and she was just being herself. Because that's what all of these actors were doing. The director just said, don't be actors, just be yourself. So I like that.
I always like stoic loner characters, you know, that open up more as the movie goes on and on. Like, she started, you know, being more of a friend towards the end of the movie to them and opening up to them and all that.
Exactly, yes.
So that was cool.
Especially,
good character arc.
Especially,
I think they should have touched more on, like, her family and all that, you know, background stuff. Would have been a little better for a character.
And her confrontation with Rita was pretty cool.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
That's Wolverine. She's the Wolverine of the movie.
Although what Star said about like her family, there was that one scene at the end where her brothers were just talking about how cool the Rangers are, and they wanted to be this one or this one, and she's like, "Why don't you be the yellow one?" And then it's like, "Oh, the yellow one! Oh, he's so cool!"
How do you know?
It makes you think it's a gag.
Just looks at him. Yeah, exactly.
Which is again another.
I just thought that was a cute
man. I like an earlier scene, like when Trina was explaining, like, well, telling her mom after her mom asked, "How was your day at school?" And then, like, well, me and four other guys went to a mountain, found some coins, and I'm pretty much a superhero. And her brother's like, cool. And her mom, I think she's one of those like moms that like wants to get her daughter to like get more sociable, she's just like too stubborn.
Really after hears that, it just goes, "Pee in that cup now."
Yeah, pee in that cup. And to be honest, when I first saw the trailer that had that, I was surprised by it because I did not expect that they would have something like that, because all of us, we were just used to like the original like TV show. They didn't have anything like that back then. I mean they do. I mean, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. They don't have like the concept of pee in a cup in the show.
Yeah, and I liked on how, again, when we talk about the parents, like each individual parent as best we can, I did like Trini's family dynamic. Like, she even says, "My family is too normal."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I like that. Again, she did a great job, and again, well casted.
Yeah,
it's not easy being a loner.
No, it's not.
It's not easy.
No. So yeah. So shall we move on?
To Ludi. I think I'm pronouncing his first name right. Ludi Lin, who played Zach. I'm gonna be right back, guys. You guys talk. I have to go check on something real quick. Okay.
Okay.
Hey.
Who wants to go first about Zach?
Well, his face is still here. I do have a slight complaint about Zach.
Yeah, go ahead.
Why no hip hop Kiso?
All right.
I mean, there's no hint that he even listens to hip hop. So, I mean, yeah, it's kind of a downer.
I just think that would have been cool. All right, just regular fighting. All right, like not gonna dance.
Regular fighting.
And I don't want to sound racist, but like the whole like switching, you know, from the original to now. I don't want to sound racist. You know, if you get what I'm trying to say.
The breakdance fighting.
Yes, exactly.
All that.
Although I would have been so fine if there was a dance-off at the end of the movie. Although they kind of do, especially with the like that. You can't fully see me, but when they get the Megazord to dance.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah.
Are you sure that was him? I thought it was Billy.
Well, it was Billy, but
Yeah, it was Billy kind of doing it.
Oh, you're just saying
But
like.
then again,
Like
I remember they each control like one specific part.
yeah,
Like
so they're all kind of controlled.
oh, Zach and Billy had the legs.
Yeah, so it's just
Yeah.
But yeah, well, again about Zach, I mean, the actor was perfectly cast, but my problem with him is that his motivation for why he does what he does is really cliche, like how he is and all that. I just like, really, you're doing this because of that? No. But he later learns from his mistakes and he owns up to it and he becomes a better person at the end. So I do like that, but I mean, at first he's kind of a do things first, ask questions later. I mean, because he is the one who destroys that rock crater to get out the coins. Because again, he sees, ooh, shiny object. Let me get it out. No, wait, no.
Well, I think it's understandable for him because in the movie, he has a sick mom, and he is scared to death that one day that she just won't be there anymore.
Yes, agreed. But it's just
Yeah.
But again, I mean, it really doesn't help that, okay, I mean, he's willing, at first, you know, he doesn't listen to anybody. He's just doing whatever he wants. And even when he's training with the other
Like when
Rangers,
he takes the Zord out for a test drive.
yeah, he takes the Mastodons.
Without morphing first.
Yeah, without more, and he doesn't even know
How does no one notice that?
Exactly. That scene is where,
It's a giant robot just coming out of a mountain. How does no one notice that?
Especially those nuns singing in the van. They just like.
Yeah.
How do they not hear it?
I don't know.
How did they not trace the van back to Billy's mom and dad?
That's true. That's very true.
That's a good
when the
point,
train
actually.
hit it.
It's crazy how someone stole the
Movie magic. Wiz. Movie magic.
Yeah, exactly.
Something.
But
then again, don't think they actually explained how they got from the van to their house. It was just glowing.
They just
They
woke
wake
up in their room,
they teleported.
started breaking stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, it would have been cool if you said that they did teleport, like almost like in the original, like they just teleported back to their homes, like subconsciously.
Yeah,
That'd be
exactly.
cool.
Like maybe that's how. Actually, that I can actually buy that. But
Yeah.
with Zach, it's like I said, I like on how he has a character arc at the end, and he learns not to even when he's more acceptable now that okay, even if my mom does go, I have my friends now, so I'm not going to be reckless anymore. I'm just going to take things easy. You know, but I did like him at the end, but it's just I just don't know how I felt about him doing all the shit he did. But the actor did pretty good, so yeah. I mean, he was just okay.
I feel like his mom being on her deathbed and all, I mean, terminally ill, kind of built up a life doesn't matter in his mind kind of phase thing. Where he's being rebellious, doing whatever he wants, jumping into pits, trying to get rocks out of walls. Doesn't even know if it's
Jumping on
radiation or anything. Yeah, jumping on a moving car. He did not care whether he lived or died because his mother was his world.
And then
he was
are you crazy?
God,
yeah, I am.
it's over for me. You know.
Yeah.
His mom was his life at the time. And he had to take care of her above everything else. So I didn't leave much time for him to really love himself.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, I mean, I really wish that part would have been written a little better, but hey, I mean, for what we got something pretty good. And I mean, he does a pretty good job playing Zach for what he's given. So
I loved his character. I thought he was awesome.
Yeah, and by the end, I do like on how he opens up. And
I felt sorry for him most of the time, though, especially when he's acting out.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but I also liked on how he trusted them to open up to them, saying, "I think you guys are what I need right now."
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody needs friends.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah.
Now we just gotta wait for DuoDreamer's opinion on this.
Anyway, where were we?
DuoDreamer still needs to give his opinion on Zach.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, DuoDreamer, pretend, give your opinions on Zach. Let's just pretend we have a transition.
My impression of the Zach character for the new movie was very high-spirited, but at the same time, there was a reason for it because he's going through some personal problems at home with his mother. So, again, it's one of those things where most teenagers do that. Sometimes they do these crazy things just to take their mind off of reality for a while. But then, like, once they get home, reality sits in, and he's a totally different person when he's home.
Well, yeah.
Out there, you know? And
by the end, we all talked about this. By the end, he goes through a character arc where he knows that, okay, I can't do all this reckless stuff, and I have to, now that I have these new friends, I can pretty much accept life for how it is. Even if my mom goes, I still have my friends.
Right, definitely.
Yeah. So
I think Lynn did a good job playing the character.
Yeah. Playing that kind of person. Yeah, he totally did. Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about Zordon. I want to talk about Zordon.
Yay!
And this was actually a big, huge surprise for me when I heard that Bryan Cranston, of all people, was going to play Zordon.
Which, for all OG Power Ranger fans, you should know, Bryan Cranston originally started out his career by doing voiceovers for all of the most of the monsters in Power Rangers.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Yes.
That is awesome.
Nice.
Yes. And then it was announced he's going to play Zordon, which he actually came into the film halfway when they were shooting. He saw what he liked, and he's like, yeah, I want to do this. This looks interesting. Although there were some problems I had with him.
Oh, God.
I'm just going to say that now.
What happened?
Here you go.
Well, first off, okay, I will say this. I loved the fact that he was the original Red Ranger. I thought, that's perfect. Thank you. That's actually what I wanted to see. And that's actually the opening. But then I was like, wait, that's it? We just see him on the ground tending to his dead partners, and he's trying to save and scavenge the morphers, and then Rita is the Green Ranger. And then, yeah, that's it. And then for the rest of the movie, he's kind of like, I just don't know. I didn't like on how his character started out. It's like, okay, he wants these teenagers. He doesn't actually like the fact that the Rangers are now teenagers, and he's rushing them into...
At first, he didn't even know what teenagers were.
Yeah, exactly. Which...
These what, Alpha? It's kind of the stage between adult and child called teenagers. So it's in these teenagers.
So does that mean Zordon and his original team never went through teenagehood? Oh my God. That's kind of horrifying. Anyway, so yeah, and I didn't like on how, oh yeah, he just wanted them to morph so he could use them to get out of the wall. And I was just like, really? I mean, I really didn't like on his relationship at first with the Rangers. Like, again, Zordon...
Hold on. I actually personally liked it. I personally liked it because, you know, he was like all business. He wants to save the planet. and he didn't want to go through this monkey business with the kids. So in a way, it was kind of fitting of how his relationship with them. It was more like, I'm having less patience with you.
I was fine with that. It's just like, but here's my problem. Okay, that's fine. I actually liked that at first.
My only real like problem was him just like it seemed like he was expecting them to morph like the first time.
Exactly.
Immediately, yeah.
Like,
and also
you immediately know what to do.
And also, too, it kind of, what I didn't like is that, oh, yeah, he has a secret plan that he hasn't told them. When they do morph, he's going to use the morphing grid to come back so he can take over the Rangers. I was like, dude, what the fuck? I did not like that. Like, that to me is just like, okay, I can understand his relationship with the Rangers not starting off awesome or like it how it was in the original, because again, what Duo said, he's all business, but I just didn't like that they added that. But by the end, I do like on how he goes through a character arc and he starts to become more of the Zordon we know. But it's just Zordon in the original was like, he was explaining the situation to them and he was like, okay, I know this is a lot to take in, and if you have questions, I'll answer them. Because in the original, it was reversed. Alpha didn't like the fact that there were teenagers that had to become Rangers. And Zordon, like, Alpha, we need 5 teenagers with attitude. And over-emotional.
Teenagers, aye.
Exactly. Teenagers. Exactly. But in this new reboot, the roles are reversed. Alpha is more comforting to the Rangers and is like, okay, I'll help you guys. I'll explain these things to you, and I'll even be more friendly to you. While Zordon's kind of being a dick and saying, oh no, you need to morph right away. Like, you need to hurry up. The fate of all this is on the line. And I was just like, chill the fuck
No
out.
pressure.
To be fair, when the world hangs in a balance, you want to get things done right away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the fact
Especially
that
If you know people that haven't done this before, then you can't really expect them to be able to do it right away.
Exactly, and they're teenagers. You have to you can't just expect them to quickly understand the gravity of the situation. You know, it's relatable. It really is. And I really wish they would have toned that down and just, okay, continue to have Zordon not understand these teenagers, but have him grow to like, okay, I understand. Alpha's been telling me I need to be more patient with you guys. So if you guys need anything, come talk to me. You know, maybe I can help you. Like, seriously, I mean, and even when Billy's morphs, back to that scene, he's like, get out. He morphed, though, and he's like, do you remember how you did it? And he's like, no. Then get the fuck out of my spaceship. That's literally what he was.
Oh, it's not like
out of my spaceship.
Well, to be fair, let me ask you guys this. To be fair, if you're stuck in a wall, would you want to stay in that wall?
Well, no.
Especially after 65 million years.
No, never.
Ooh, yeah, no.
Well, then again, he wasn't technically stuck in that. Well, he was stuck, but when he first met the Rangers, that was his first time coming out of the wall. So for the longest time, he actually thought he was dead.
Like his subconscious is like roaming around the spaceship.
Yeah, but he didn't know that he was inside the ship. So yeah,
Until
I mean, if anything, the only person like conscious at that point, like way before the Ranger show, was Alpha.
But exactly. So Alpha was technically the one who was alone. Poor guy.
65 million
But then
years.
again, he could have put himself in standby mode.
Lonely.
Or something. I don't know.
Actually, wait. Maybe that's why Alpha gained all that weight. Maybe that's why Alpha has that big belly.
Yeah, poor Alpha. He must have been losing his mind.
Exactly.
Jeez.
Again, we'll get to him, but
And like the first person he sees holding the coins, like there's only hope.
No wonder he acted that way throughout the whole movie. I was like, man, Alpha's crazy.
As soon as he sees the teenagers with the coins, he's like, social activity!
Yay!
Exactly. But anyway, back on Zordon, I did like that they cast Bryan Cranston. He did an amazing job, despite the fact that all he had to do was just have makeup put on him, sit behind a green screen, and talk. That's literally all he did.
Yeah. He has that type of voice where you hear his voice, you want to listen.
Actually, I do kind of like his Zordon voice much better than the original Zordon voice. That's just me, though. Maybe that's just me. I'm a sucker for Brian.
Give me 5 Rangers with attitudes.
Yeah, exactly. But But I was really hoping, again, we'll get to this, but I was really hoping that maybe in the sequels that Zordon would become more of the father figure to them, that he wasn't the
Why did you have to bring that up? Now I'm sad.
Oh, don't worry. It's gonna get sadder. Anyway, so Zordon was pretty good, and I just wish we would have got to see more of him and his Ranger team before they're all dead. We see his Yellow Ranger, and oh yeah, she's dying.
Well, maybe they make a spin-off movie, like a prequel to his life.
Yeah, I understand. I know they had to cut a lot out of this, but couldn't we have just, I don't know, maybe gotten some flashbacks? I mean, because all we know is that, yeah, he was the original Red Ranger, he was the leader, and Rita was the original Green Ranger, and they were best friends.
Yeah, but I think the movie would be too long because it's more about the development of the teenagers more than Zordon.
It's true, and he does even say...
Yeah, I thought with like Zordon, all those, I thought that was pretty much as much as we needed to see. It would have been nice to see more, but like this is good. We can do the rest of the movie just with this. It's fine.
I mean, they could have trimmed out that cow joke and just given us a 5-minute backstory with Zordon.
That is true.
Yeah, exactly. So
I felt that the beginning was enough, in my opinion, because right away, like, it was a surprise that, wait a minute, he was the Red Ranger, and he was an original Ranger.
Yeah.
Which we all knew with the original Zordon of Eltar, he was a warrior.
Yeah.
Before he got stuck in that time warp.
Yeah, exactly. But again, what we just agreed on is just like, okay, if you could have trimmed a little off with that cow joke, give us 5 minutes and keep that opening, but add more to it. Like maybe, show us a battle between Zordon and Rita in their Ranger outfits. Like see the emotional struggle between these two. Like
well, I think with that, like, I guess if they are, I hope they do plan on doing a sequel and do away with that whole thing.
We'll get to it.
But like say like that's something that'd be good for a sequel to get more in depth with it. Like because right away we all we know is Zordon was a Ranger and he died, and now he's the guidance of the Power Rangers. That's what we know. That's how we want to see him as for right now. Now let's get developing the other Rangers, their character development, how they become Rangers, and that's going to take a while. And I think that was more important to the story.
I agree, but overall, with all of that, Bryan Cranston did an amazing job as Zordon, and honestly, it was perfect to see him come full circle in this. So, yeah, I mean, he was pretty damn good. I got no other opinions on him other than the nitpicks. What about you guys?
You pretty much just like summed up what we all thought.
Oh.
Yeah, pretty much.
I agree with you, Richard. They should have started the movie with like a big showdown just to get us all pumped up and show us what the Rangers could do, and then cut it off there with Rita defeating them. Cut out that stupid cow joke.
Thank you.
And then just have the rest of the movie to
I'm all for cutting out the cow joke.
They should have given us the script.
A little taste at the beginning of what the Power Ranger suits could do, and then boom, they build up to where they get the suits, and then we're all excited for it again.
Yeah, exactly.
Although if I was like somehow part of that movie, I really want to make one reference in particular.
Yeah.
With the cow.
But okay. Well,
I want to discuss one more character.
Talk about Alpha because just real quick, talk.
Yeah, real quick with Alpha.
He was good. He was very funny, and I liked him. Although his design,
I thought his design was all right.
I mean, I don't understand the belly down there. I mean, well, then again, he was trapped on a ship for 65 million years, so it's understandable that he would gain a little weight.
How gain weight as a robot?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Depression eating.
Well, then, if made like that, then who thought that was a good idea?
He's alone on a spaceship.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then again, the people who made him aren't like humans. It was like whatever species Zordon is. I don't really know.
Maybe they
that.
lost a bet. Maybe
I can't talk.
Built him, lost a bet, and they're like,
So, maybe that was just like how they saw as normal robots.
I just thought the eyeballs were a little bit much.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they
We
could
want to give him more of an alien feel than a robotic feel, like in the old the old show.
Yeah,
But they
because
want-
his head, like the beeping lights that go around his head.
Yeah.
I mean, his head looks like a spaceship already, so.
Yeah. Although I did like on how he actually, unlike the original Alpha, this Alpha could actually kick ass, kind of.
Yes!
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
He knows how to fight, man. It could be
with
that.
the stretchy arms too.
And when he grabs he grabs one of them, and he's just like, "Oh my god, this Alpha's awesome!"
On that, like, one racist, in a way, racist when 5 coins, 5 different colored kids.
Oh yeah.
He went a little racist there, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't know what. Pretty sure he wouldn't know what that meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
5 different colored coins, 5 different colored kids.
Yeah.
So yeah, that does solve that answers our question. Rita and Alpha don't know what racism is.
Nope.
Then again, neither does Zordon. So yeah, I mean, and I
Maybe
like
that's not really a thing where they come from.
Yeah, I mean,
They're all
maybe-
aliens, so they didn't really think about that stuff.
They just like look the same.
Maybe and I liked on how he was friendly with all of them and training them. So yeah, I mean, Alpha was pretty good. And Bill Hader, one of my favorite comedic actors, I thought he's perfect. Which also too, this isn't the first time Bill Hader has voiced a robot, because he was actually one of the voices of BB-8 from Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Me neither.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought I saw his name somewhere else other than the Power Rangers and Star Wars. I don't remember which one.
He was also in Superbad, that movie Superbad. He was in this superhero movie where he played his own superhero in real life.
In Superbad, he was the cop with Seth
Yeah,
Rogen.
yeah.
Never saw Superbad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was
I
also.
like that
Tall
guy.
guy with the black hair and the glasses.
He was
Yeah, he's in
also-
a whole bunch of movies too. He was
Yep.
in
he was in
Yumi and Dupree.
Super.
No, he
If
wasn't.
you don't
in
know
it,
what Super is, it's kind of like Kick-Ass. Yeah, he's.
I
Oh,
don't know
he's
what else that guy's been in.
Inside Out. Or at least that's it.
Yeah, that's it. He was also Angst in Inside Out. Yeah, so he's a very accomplished comedian, and he's a very good actor. So yeah, I was happy when they casted him. And he does the whole ay. He doesn't say it, like he doesn't say it.
He did it once. I think he did it once in the movie.
No, I think he did it twice.
He did it twice.
He did it
Yeah,
twice.
when Zordon says Rita, and he goes, ay, Rita. And then
Yeah.
after the Mastodon Zord crashes, he just
Unlike
shakes
the
the rubble off him. Ay.
Unlike the original actor who went ay, like he didn't overdo it. He pretty much just kept it very low. So I did like it.
Well, to be fair, the I from
It's pretty
Alpha
iconic.
spawned
Yeah.
his own music, his own song.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Who
I don't think
remembers
I've
the
heard
song?
this.
Ay. They made a song from Alpha's ay out of it.
Why did you bring that up?
Well, I like
That's
the
a-
song.
That honestly doesn't surprise me after what I recently heard about Pikachu. That people have deciphered a language that Pikachu is speaking. Like, if he says this Pika in this way, it means he's saying this.
Okay.
People took the time to find this out.
Anyway, so yeah, I think we all agree Alpha was pretty great.
Yes, he was.
Now let's move on to the last one, which I don't know about y'all. I'm very mixed, but I really want to. I know we're really gonna have some fun with this one.
Oh, Rita Repulsa?
Yeah,
Elizabeth Banks.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Banks.
Completely awesome.
She was great.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
was.
And let me
She
just say
loved
this.
playing the part.
Let me just say this right now. And
Go ahead.
your mate, if you can like edit this part, like do a little shaking effect when I say this. The movie Rita Repulsa is a fucking savage. And
Yes!
I love it.
Yes, I will
And
agree.
I love it.
I loved it too. Okay, I'm pretty much gonna be the Maverick here, but there were parts where she was amazing, savage, intimidating, scary as fuck, sexy, which I don't know why they decided to throw that in, because that's literally the 3 rules they had for this.
You're gonna get some fan service in there.
Yes.
Yeah, with the Kimberly thing. Thank you for that. Anyway, but on the other side, she was way too cartoony. She was chewing the scenery up too much.
I thought that was the best part. Like her being all mustache, evilly twirling.
I know,
you know.
but it's just like, okay, they pretty much established that, okay, this is a move, this is meant to be kind of set and grounded in reality. That's why the teenagers are the way they are. But then you have Rita, who is trying to be a combination of a grounded villain and still trying to be like her 90s counterpart. You can't have it both ways. Unless you can find a good way to balance it, which they did. They tried, but in certain areas, I'm just like, really? I mean, you couldn't have just kept that out. I mean, I did like it. I'm not going to lie. I love it when she said, "Make my monster grow!" I did like that. So, and I did like on how they actually set a connection between her and Zordon. You know, they weren't just enemies who set it on a truce. They were actually legitimate friends, and you do see that. And again, I will say this: the best scene involving Rita is when she goes to see Trini. That moment, holy shit! She literally made Freddy Krueger shit his pants. That's how awesome she was.
And that's the thing, man, with this Rita. Like, the old Rita from the old show never came to their house.
No, she didn't.
That's right.
Totally done that.
And
Blue
my favorite
Fortress complaining and whining that, you're gonna do this better! Like, whacking.
Oh, that's good. You did a great impression.
Also, too,
It was
my
awesome.
That was good.
My favorite line from Rita, one of my favorite lines is like where she said, "I've killed Rangers before." It's just like, holy shit. That was, again, I wish they would have made her more, I wish they didn't have to use essence of her 90s counterpart and just made her an intimidating villain.
She was intimidating, though.
I loved how fun it was to watch her. Like, she was fun to watch.
Intimidating. Like, keep her that way instead of having a balance, is what I'm saying. Like, okay, like, also, too, one thing I've always wanted to see is a sympathetic Rita. Like, because, see, that's the thing. I really would have liked it if maybe she was a sympathetic character and maybe you could agree with what she was doing because of how something happened between her and Zordon. Because she does hint that Zordon considered her the outsider. So maybe that goes back to what I was saying. Like, maybe give us a flashback showing us on how she became how she is and how she was willing to kill all of her friends.
Like, for power.
Yeah, exactly. Like, show her greed with the power. And again, I did like although I'm kind of mixed on this, but I did like when she first ate a donut. Like,
oh, Jesus Christ.
She's like,
that poorly product placement of even aliens like Krispy Kreme.
Exactly. Okay, I loved and hated that scene. I loved it because, okay, yeah, that is kind of funny, but it's just like, what the fuck, Krispy Kreme? Just Jesus Christ, man.
Well, I mean, what else is she meant to do whilst waiting for Goldar?
I don't know, but it's just like, Jesus. It's you.
I mean,
well,
there's food around. Might as well give it a try.
It could have been worse. It honestly could have been worse. They showed the Rangers eating at Krispy Kreme. They mentioned.
I mean, they could have even had her make a Cash for Gold ad.
Yeah, they meant. Oh God, that's another thing. I hate.
They should have made Lord Zed eat the donut. Just smashes it against the grill on his face. Just rubs it in. Rita's
obsession with gold. She's like, DuoDreamer. You remember that villain in from DuckTales?
Glomgold. Flint Hot Glomgold.
Gold.
Oh, that guy. That guy.
Yeah, him.
Oh yeah, I forgot his name. Damn.
That's what I hated about Rita. It's just like she's obsessed with gold because she can bring back Goldar.
Should have been Goldmember.
Like
I love gold.
I
You have to
hated
bring up
Oh,
Gold.
that movie.
We had to bring up Goldar. All I gotta say, that's not Goldar. That is not Goldar. I'm never calling him.
Hey!
It's like a
gold,
candlestick.
it's complete gold, so it's Goldar.
Yeah,
Like
kind of true.
male.
He's the Goldar
They
of
really-
pimps.
To me, it looks like they spent like 5 minutes on Goldar's design and just said, whatever. He looks like a candle. Let's
And
just
you
go
want
with
to know
that.
the funny thing? He's
Hey, he
voiced
looks
by-
close enough to how he was in the show. Go for it.
You want to know the funny thing? Goldar was actually voiced by the animated voice of the Hulk.
Yes.
Awesome.
And he only has one line. That was, again, just,
I love gold. Okay.
yeah, exactly. Overall, but yeah, Rita was good. She was very good, but I just wish they would have cut out that whole chew scenery up from her. I don't know, but Elizabeth Banks was a pretty damn good Rita. And honestly, she blows the original Rita out.
I was honestly...
Hands down.
I don't want to sound like I'm disrespecting Elizabeth Banks, but I've only seen her in like a couple other movies. And I was really surprised with how well that she played Rita. I mean, the only other movies I saw her in were 40-Year-Old Virgin and Role Models. That's it. And I was just amazed with how well that she played Rita. And
Yeah, she did.
all I had to go off of with her with those other two movies. And they were
Also,
completely different.
It was a Lego movie as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I never saw that.
Also,
Oh,
her
she's
death.
She's in the Hunger Games.
Also, oh yeah, right. Also, Rita's death in the
Huh.
movie.
Even in Spider-Man?
Wait,
She
what?
Oh, that's
I'm
right.
looking it up. She's also in the she's also in the 2002 Spider-Man movie.
That's right.
Sweet.
you serious?
I didn't know that. I must have seen that movie like 1,000 times too.
Yeah. Shit.
Who did she
Hold on,
play?
who?
Hold on.
Yeah, man, she was awesome to watch. Like,
She
just,
was.
Oh, Fred.
just
Like,
fun to
Redfall.
watch. Like, so awesome.
Oh, I
Huh.
see it. Holy shit! I didn't even know that. That's crazy.
I mean, I'm kind of sick of the dark, like moody villain kind of thing. I want to see some
Spider-Man
like
3 as well,
pizzazz
Spider-Man
evil.
2.
yeah. I know.
Like, I'm evil and I know it kind of evil, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Well, I
In
embrace
that
it.
sense, then yeah, Rita was pretty much, as I said, as much as I would have liked if they would have grounded Rita a little bit more. But I'm still happy that, okay, she was still a badass villain, and I was so happy that Elizabeth Banks was casted. She did an amazing job. Like,
Oh,
hands
yeah,
down.
she did.
This Rita, it completely could kick the old Rita's ass, like, with no problem.
Mm.
But, yeah,
She didn't scream her to death first.
true. Yeah. You got bitch slapped into outer space!
You got bitch slapped into outer space!
That's awesome.
Did you just slap her? Yeah, I did. It's weird, right?
Weird, right?
Yeah, Rita's dead now. I literally liked on how they showed her up in space.
Is
and
she
she's literally,
I don't think she's dead.
well,
I mean, it
Nah.
really showed the movie.
Considering she was like at the bottom of the ocean for how many years now?
okay, well, she's in space though, and it's clear that she can't survive in space. I mean,
Yeah, she's going to be back.
I don't like the
Well, no.
original, but apparently she can.
I mean, see, here's how I know she's dead. If they hadn't shown her in space, then I would have been like, yeah, she's probably not dead. She's coming back. But they showed her in space, freezing. I'm just like, yeah, I mean, she's going to be frozen in outer space. She's floating around. She's going to fall back down to Earth eventually. But I'm pretty sure even if she falls back down, she's going to be dead.
Okay, to be fair though, people thought that Megatron was dead from the first Transformers movie when they put him into the.
That's because he's Megatron. He keeps coming back.
But he was put in the deepest part of the Earth, and yet they still revived him, and he was still alive.
Well, that was because it was done for dumb plot convenience.
I guess if they do another movie, which I don't know what the status of that is.
And
Again,
let's
we're gonna have
and
Okay,
Russell got topic about the Megatron thing. Joe, you brought up about Megatron like being frozen, but in the fourth movie, he was brought back as Galvatron, but it's somehow fifth movie. Quick spoiler alert. he reverted back to Megatron somehow.
Yeah.
Consistency. Try it, Michael Bay. You'll love it.
Jesus hell.
We're gonna have to. Oh yeah, speaking of Transformers, my favorite joke in the Power Rangers movie. Oh, sorry, Bumblebee.
Oh,
I literally shouted, "Suck it, Transformers!"
suck it.
Exactly.
Which is
Everybody
which
laughed.
Transformer?
Everybody in the theater just looks at you like,
No, everyone in the theater was clapping and laughing when he said, "Sorry, Bumblebee."
yeah. Oh,
I bet people like me better. I'm the original. Not that CGI crap.
Yes, that's the Bumblebee.
does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Wow.
The Volkswagen Beetle Bumblebee.
Oh, that's
my
Bumblebee.
girlfriend.
Fuck the mute Bumblebee. You.
Looks his little spandex undies.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. I was expecting them to take a stab at Transformers. I was literally saying, okay, where's the joke? Come on, give it up. And then when I saw it, it's just like, it would have been even awesomer if Jason said, "Sorry, Optimus and Bumblebee."
Could you imagine Lord Zed in the next movie if they make one? How awesome that's
Yeah,
gonna
we
look.
need to talk about it.
Like they're gonna metal him up. Like
We have been.
he's gonna look like the cover of a metal album or something from the 80s.
I always kind of thought if they were going to do a sequel, it'd just be Tommy getting the Green Ranger powers, and like
That was the
he's
plan.
kind of the villain, but then he's like not the villain in a way. Like, I don't know.
Well,
I was thinking they would do like a
Up for them to
mix
make
up.
Here's how. Okay.
Like Zed comes around and he makes Tommy like the new Green Ranger or something and warps his
Well,
mind and all that.
here's how this was gonna work. Tommy, who by the way in the sequel was gonna actually be a girl, so they would change Tommy's gender around, which I'm okay
I'm
with.
cool with that.
I'm
Yeah.
cool with that.
Yeah, I'm cool with
I
that.
think it's neat. It's a neat idea.
I mean, they don't have to. I mean, but although that would be kind of, as long as they don't have a love relationship between Tommy and Jason, I'm okay with that. That would just be awesome to me.
That would be weird.
Damn it, Tumblr fan fiction! What have you done?
Jesus.
No, I think that's just fan fiction
Well,
in
I
general.
never remember the first
Fucking
movie is like
weird.
non-canon to the original, so
Oh yeah.
like it's a totally different
I
universe.
forgot. We forgot to talk about the cameos by Jason David Frank and Amy Jo Johnson.
Let's do it.
Yes. Okay. I loved the fact that it was Tommy or Jason David Frank who pulled out his phone and took pictures, because that actually is something Jason David Frank does a lot.
Kimberly didn't even age.
No, she don't. Amy Jo
No,
Johnson.
Yeah, I
yeah.
noticed that.
Like, where's this thing you get into to keep you young or whatever? This chamber,
No, she found the Fountain of Youth.
the fountain of youth.
Also,
Fountain of
too,
Youth.
I was
She's got her own personal Lazarus pit.
Although there's one thing that kind of confused me about Tommy. There's one thing that kind of confused me about Jason David Frank. It's just like, okay, in the original deleted scene, you see Tommy has his long OG hair from when he was the Green and White Ranger. But then later on, when you see him again taking pictures of the Megazord, it's Jason David Frank's modern hair. So I'm like, did
I could have got a haircut.
Yeah.
He did. Like, okay,
You know, who knows how much time has passed during their training, you know?
No, because, okay, in the original deleted scene or something promoting while Jason David Frank was on behind the scenes, he said he was going to wear multiple wigs for his cameo. So they shot a scene with him wearing his long hair wig to match the one he had in the show. But then they decided, okay, you know what? No, let's cut it and let's just have your regular hair. So that's why they cut the deleted scene of Tommy and Kimberly in the Krispy Kreme.
I think that was a good call. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I
because,
didn't see that.
yeah, literally, it's on the Blu-ray. I'm not kidding you. Watch it.
Yeah, the one I don't have yet.
Oh, yeah.
Rip.
I'm sorry. I had to do that. But, yeah, I was happy that we at least got Tommy and Kimberly in a cameo. Although, like we all been saying, it would have been so much awesomer if the OG Rangers were all of the Rangers' parents.
That would have been awesome.
Because
Well,
in the original
I think
series,
it would have been too easy, though.
yeah, but in the original, when we finally saw their parents, their parents are just, they're normal. You know, I mean, they're just like their children. But it would have been. And we also got to see the Rangers reunite at the premiere. Even Austin St. John which was kind of cool. So yeah.
I still think Austin St. John should have played Monty's dad in the movie.
Yes, he should. But
It does look like it would have pulled it
Would have
off.
been a good choice. He's the right
Yeah.
age and everything.
And it would have been and it would have been a pass the torch, because when the Red Ranger goes to save his dad, it would have been cool. Like, okay,
It would have been
new
more
Red Ranger
impactful.
is
Yeah.
saving the old Red Ranger.
So many positive things could have happened from that.
I know. But
I mean,
Tommy,
you know,
please cameo. I'm happy we got it.
if they do decide to do a sequel, and I'm hoping that they do, because sometimes if they change, hold on.
Yeah, but back
Sometimes they change.
Sometimes that shit, fuck.
I'm getting a fucking Xbox notification. As I was saying, they sometimes change actors. I mean, like in Iron Man. In Iron Man 1, it was what was it? What was the guy who played Brody in the first Iron Man movie?
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, they did change those actors.
I know his name, but I can't remember how.
But you know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. And then they were.
But then in the second movie, then later on, they changed to a different character. I mean, different actor, but still plays the same character.
Yeah, it's Don Cheadle, who plays the new
one. And in Hulk, it was Dave Norton, I believe.
No, Edward Norton.
Edward Norton. Okay, I was
times.
Edward Norton.
So many different Hulk actors.
The Hulk movies, and then it's Mark Ruffalo.
And the Incredible Hulk was Edward Norton, but then in the Avengers, it was Mark Ruffalo.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
there's been as many Spider-Man changes as Hulk changes, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and now Tom Holland, who by the way is the best.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, pretty much. Okay, on the topic of the sequel, which
poor Toby.
It's not happening as far as I know, and as far as we all know, because the movie did not make a lot of money at the box office. It did make back its budget, but it didn't make back a lot. And considering that Krispy Kreme was a huge part of this movie, yeah, didn't do so good. It did make more. It did make over $100 million, but that's it. And also, bad news, it's not making a lot of money in Japan. So, yeah. Although, there is a positive side.
What was China?
Saban is Japan.
There's a positive side.
Oh, okay, right.
In when the Blu-ray came out, it was actually #1. So maybe if the Blu-ray sales increased, maybe we could get a sequel. I don't know at this point. So,
there is hope.
Yes, there is hope, and they do want to do the sequels, but that's the thing.
Throw up a Kickstarter. They'll get the money they need.
I hope so.
I'm telling you, they will. There's so many fans that they'll get the money.
And actually, fun fact, I mean, even though the critics tore this movie apart, the fans loved it. I mean,
it's a good movie. I mean, what do they want?
Exactly. Pure fans hate this movie because the Power Rangers are only in it and the last act.
Well, I mean, I love the original as much as anybody does, more than the new ones. But
I've talked to a lot of my friends who are Power Rangers fans. They said they hate this film.
You got to change it up. I mean, it can't be exactly the same. It won't fit today's standards.
No, and that's what I was saying. So it's like, okay, I don't actually, to be fair, I actually liked on how we didn't see them in their suits until the end. I mean, because what the hell do you people want? I mean, we can't have it to where, oh yeah, it's hard to balance these things. If you want to see them in their suits all the time, go watch the shows. That's it.
So that's where I think, like, when you were talking about having the fight at the beginning of the movie instead of the cow joke, that would have been a good place to show some action.
Yeah, that's true.
Just to get it started.
Yeah, I mean.
That's it. That's the only complaint I got.
Yeah.
About the movie.
Can't please everybody, and honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's unfortunate that we live in a fucking day and age where, okay, Transformers gets multiple god-awful sequels. We get it. We live in a world where a movie about goddamn emojis happens. We live in a world.
It's doing terrible, Richard. Calm down.
We live in a world.
It doesn't matter if it's.
Just get the fuck off my spaceship.
It still happened. But I'm saying we live in a world. We live in a world.
Shirt.
An honest Power Rangers movie that.
That on a shirt. Get the fuck off my spaceship.
Get the fuck off my spaceship.
Shut up! Let me talk.
I'm sorry.
Thank you, Amber. We live in a, but yes, my point is that, okay, when this movie comes out, it's not as bad as people thought it was. It's actually a good adaptation of the old series, and it's a great new start. This series, okay, I'm going to say it. I don't care if any Power Rangers fans hate me for this, which, by the way, I'm ready for that. So if you hate my opinion on this, come get me.
If you have any hate about this, go to his channel.
This movie.
God, don't hate on him.
This movie is entirely better than all of the old than the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and the 1995 movie. This movie is better than those. I prefer this to the old one. It's just my opinion.
And you see a mob with pitchforks coming after you.
Oh, hold on. All right, I'll be
Kill Richard. Kill Richard. Kill Richard.
Grab your torches and pitchforks.
Either way.
Make sure it's dull.
Well, but honestly, I am pissed off that we're not going to ever get a sequel. When this movie comes out, it was a good film at heart. It just shows that yeah, if you don't perform well at the box office, it doesn't matter if your reviews were pretty good. We're still not going to give you another. We're not going to fund your sequels.
I gotta slap Hollywood for that, you know. Like
yeah,
you said,
exactly.
Like, you have how many Transformers movies and they suck? Five. And they also, well, except for the first one was great.
Yes. Well, the third one.
The second one was okay. Third one is when they went downhill.
Well, okay.
And they keep on going downhill.
In my opinion, okay, DuoDreamer's probably good.
Actually, on the topic of the Transformers movies, I remember hearing this story about Nick from Screw Attack. He got to see it early because a friend of his is a movie reviewer. When the credits hit, his friend leaned over to Nick and just goes, "I'm so sorry." They really hated that new movie.
The first and third movie, in my opinion, are the best. The second, fourth, and the fourth are god-awful. I'm just saying. But see, that's the thing. Because the Transformers succeed because they target the college kids. And the college kids really eat this crap up, and they love it. So it has an audience. That's a problem. That's the unfortunate problem with this new Power Rangers movie. It only had one specific audience, the OG fans. It tried to cater and relate to modern day teens, but obviously it didn't go that well.
I just think we have too many purists out there. You know,
yeah,
purists they're not willing to see a different take on it, and they just don't.
No, they're not. And that's the thing. The last three Transformers films. Well, the last two Transformers films, they grossed over $1 billion. And that's despite the fact that they were deemed crap. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It just goes to show that, oh, hey.
Is he cutting out for anyone else, or is it just me?
Huh?
What?
I can hear him fine.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Right, it's just me then.
That rant's over. I'm done ranting. Don't take my rants to heart, people. I still love the OG Power Rangers series. It's what I grew up on. It's what I'll always remember. It's just, I hate the fact that this poor movie did its best. It gave us something original, and it was a great take on the old series, a new take on the old series, and it pretty much failed.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I was going to do, like, say, the last impression after watching the movie, and I think Richard pretty much summed up how he felt about it. I'd like to know from Amber, like, what was your lasting impression of the movie itself after watching it?
Hard to say. I mean, Richard's rants pretty much summed up everything. But yeah, I really don't know what to say. The thing is, I'm also an OG fan of Power Rangers. I still love it with all my heart. And I think people just gave the movie not enough credit because, like Richard said, it did its best to like do an adaptation of the original. And well, and I would have loved to see a sequel because it left not a cliffhanger per se, but it just teased us at the end credits of the movie.
Yeah.
Right. SpectralStar.
Yeah, we need a sequel. I just don't think it's going to happen unless some kind of movement happens, you know, and I really want that. I'd love to see Tommy come along and maybe Zed, Lord Zed or something, which would be even better. Yeah, that's about it, though.
How about you, Only Mate?
Pretty much what everyone else said sums it up. Like, completely.
All right. I was gonna give you guys my lasting impression of it, and I'm actually gonna go with, like, say, kind of talk about the demographic, like, say, children and fans like us, you know, who've been watching it for so many years.
Yeah.
First time I ever watched it was in theaters. It was with my brother and my son. My brother loved it. He loved the movie. My son was actually getting bored watching it. And I can see why he was getting bored, because there was so much backstory in the movie. You know, they took time to develop the characters, as opposed to the original show. They went right to it right away. You know, they didn't show like the development of how they became Power Rangers, the struggles in mastering their abilities. You know what I mean? So it was kind of boring for him. So I kind of see it as, like, you know, the movie was more for like fans like us who love the Power Rangers. Kind of like what Richard said, that it was like made for the OG fans. So I kind of see where he was coming from with that, because my son, he loves the Power Rangers. He even watched the original ones with me, and he loves that too. It's just that with the movie, it just felt kind of boring to him, because he was like very antsy. He was almost falling asleep. And, you know, I kind of see that as, yeah, it's kind of for fans like us that appreciate it. And like I said, I appreciate it for what it was, a new take. And then my wife watched it when we bought the DVD, and she was not a fan of it at all. She wasn't. And her reason for not being a fan of it is because she felt it was boring and too long. And I think that was kind of the purist in her, because we all know with the old show, it was like right to the point, you know, everything was going fast paced. This one took a slower pace. So to me, I like the fact that it told a story. It showed the struggle of them understanding their powers. But I do see the other side where people were expecting to be a little bit fast paced and wanted to see more of the Power Rangers in action, as opposed to just waiting towards the end, which I thought doing it towards the end was the big punchline, you know, like was the kicker for them, like something like the wait is over, and I felt that the wait was worth it, in my opinion. But overall, like I said, I loved it. I enjoyed it, but I do see different perspectives of it, from a child's perspective to a purist perspective.
Yeah, and one last thing. Again, if you didn't like it, that's fine. You know, it's your guys' opinion. We're not going to change you. I'm not going to change you. But, you know, I understand. I mean, it's just not your movie. I can understand the purists saying, you know what, no, I mean, it's boring, it's too long. That's fine. That's understandable. If you don't like those kind of movies, then you're not going to like this one. But, I mean, for me, I mean, I was willing to accept it, and I was willing to embrace it. And I was happy that I at least got to see it and give it the benefit of the doubt. And I'm happy that I saw it. I'm happy that my opinions of it were worth it. And I would gladly support a sequel if there would ever come a chance. And it definitely is a movie that can get better as you watch it multiple, because I've seen it like 4 times and it has gotten better and better. But I understand you can't please everybody. The demographic is very split, and it's just that type of movie that, you know what, if you don't like it, okay. If you do like it, that's great. But you just
It was a good effort. I think they did a good effort.
Yeah, and you could tell on the behind the scenes, they all loved it. See, because a lot of people accused them saying they didn't know the source material. Yes, they did. Everyone on this project grew up with this show. They all watched Super Sentai. They all watched Power Rangers. They were excited. They loved it. There was passion into this. That's more than I can say for the Transformers films. They don't have passion for them, in my opinion alone. But the actors have passion for it. But these people who made this film, they had passion and love, and they wanted to tell a story that not many Power Ranger seasons would have done. I honestly don't think the older seasons would have taken this direction, and they probably never will. Which is kind of
seeing that they have the majority is children watching it, I doubt it, because the Power Rangers movie was PG-13. So
yeah,
you know, that's why I was kind of figuring, like, with my son, he was getting bored watching it. You know?
Yeah, and also too, I have one last thing. I don't want people to assume that I think this film is a masterpiece. It's not a masterpiece. It's not even a perfect film. It has flaws, but it's just a great film that left me excited and left me happy that I watched it. I mean, would a sequel have been? The sequel would have fixed all the problems, like all films, but I definitely think this film had potential. Like the first Transformers movie, it was flawed, but it had potential to grow into something great. It's just a shame we're never going to see that. But I'm happy to own it, happy to see it, and happy it came out.
Definitely agree.
Deep.
Yeah, I mean, and Amber, was there something else you wanted to talk about, like as far as where does this film compare to the original series?
I think I think DuoDreamer mentioned it, like a compare and contrast between the original and the movie. That I feel like I'm the only one gonna ramble on and on and on because.
It's okay. Feel free to. And besides, editing magic.
Okay.
And the fact that I have to be on an hour.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so this might take a while because, like I said, I'm probably gonna be the only one that's probably rambled on and probably like say things that you guys might say. So so between the original and the movie, I'll start like a few things. Like Rita Repulsa, for example. Like I said before when we were talking about her character, she is a fucking savage, and I love it. Whereas compared to the original, she just after she was released from her space trash can, then she just like settles into the moon, because apparently she can survive in like moon's atmosphere, and along with her minions. I forgot the name other than Gold. I forgot the other two names, and she
Squat and Babu.
Huh?
Squat and Babu.
Yeah, I think those were it. It's been so long. Anyway, huh?
Finster, that's the monster creator.
Why Spanster? Oh man.
Anyway, so she just the whole time, the entire time in the Mighty Morphin series, not once, not as far as I remember, not once has she even gone down to Earth, fight the Rangers herself. She just sends her monsters or putties, and after the monsters are defeated, she throws her damn staff and goes, "Grow, my monster, grow!" And then she just like defeats it, and like then starts complaining, and I don't want to be so damn rude. I don't want to be so rude when I say this, but she whines like a little bitch because she takes out her frustration on her minions or other companions. Whereas in the movie, she went down there, business was all business and all that, but instead of being trapped in a space trash can, she was just flung into the ocean after Zordon calls Appa to like hide the coins. She was flung into the ocean for the last 65 million years, and she was like being like preserved like a mummy until the fishermen found her, and then she just went to work and like ravaging and like killing them off, like, and like stealing whatever like pieces of gold they have, gold tooth, gold necklace, piercings, whatever to make Goldar. And like what else? And her costume design, unlike the original, she's like free to move around. So she can like kick ass, take name. Unlike the original, she just has like this overgrown robe and these whatever the fuck is her hair, like horns, or there are horns. And she only has like one companion, like not companion, but like minion or whatever, which is Goldar, which is like an amalgamation of different well, not amalgamation, like a giant mountain of gold, like to do a bidding to find the Zeo crystal. So I think that's my take for Rita Repulsa.
Sorry, everybody was choking on a donut. By the way, I have donuts.
Are they Krispy Kreme?
They're from this market that I go to.
Are you plugging Krispy Kreme?
It's a market that me and Amber have. It's called the Valero. It's a pretty good market.
Okay, nothing.
I'm so sorry, you're only made. I am so sorry.
You're still hungry, Nate?
Yeah, and also because of what I've got to do later, I might not even get to eat at all tonight.
Well, I think we're
I'm
at
so sorry, man.
We're at the end of the podcast anyway, because you need to eat, dude. You need to eat.
Yeah.
You can hold out a bit more because I still got my ramblings about some other things.
We could make another Power Rangers podcast.
Think we could?
Yes.
I think so.
I think we could. There's still much more we have to talk about the older seasons.
Yes.
Well, I'm still going into comparison between the original and.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, now the Megazords. Original, it was all bulky. Like it was like bulky and.
Well, it was a guy in a clunky suit.
Well, yeah, but when you just see it as a robot, not as a suit, like an actor suit, you know.
Yeah.
So the Megazord in the original was bulky, too clunky, and walks like an actual robot trying to move around because it's so bulky. And there's only like one control station, which is I think in the head or chest where all five Rangers were in there. Huh?
It was in the head.
Oh,
The original, yeah, but in the Thunder Megazord, it was in the chest.
Right, the head. Anyway, and immediately the Rangers knew what to do with it. They didn't struggle to what the fuck controls this, controls that. They immediately started pushing buttons. Whereas in the movie, after they struggle, after they try to get control of the individual Zords, trying to move around and what guns would work, and then after falling down the pit, they figured out how to combine it into a Megazord, which I think to them, this may be the first time and I don't think Zordon himself ever. Wait, no, I'm not kind of contradicting what I'm saying because I think the Zords in Zordon's time as a Ranger were different, and I don't know if they were ever like a Megazord in his mind, but. And so anyway, after they combined it, each Ranger is in different parts of it, like 2 in the legs, 2 in the arms, 1 in the was it the chest or head?
The chest.
The chest.
Kind of like Voltron, where they're all separate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, right. Anyway, and they did struggle, and they tried to figure out how to move it, but. The Megazord itself is slim. It's more slimmer, a little more flexible. If you can compare, even though the design's a little different, you get what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
Good.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And especially after they bitch slap Rita Repulsa into space, they just did a little dance.
Oh God, I don't want to remember that.
The hip thrusts.
Oh, and also okay, now for the characters themselves. In the original, they were just there. They were friends immediately, and I think one of you said this earlier. They were just friends immediately. They were just right there, and because at the time it was a kids show. I mean, kids don't want to see kids just want to go right into the action, not the slow pace we're seeing in the movie. But whereas in the movie, they did not know each other. And they just met through one thing in common. They had detention, and then Zordon in the original, he just said, bring me 5 teenagers with attitude, Alpha. Whereas in the movie, they just found 5 random coins, and then they started to go through these changes in their strength and all that. Whereas the original, nothing just happened. They just had the power to transform. That's it, or morph. And I know there was more I wanted to say, but I guess that's about it. That's kind of all the comparisons I can think of.
I want to say one thing.
Yeah, sure.
The Megazord transformation sequence in the fire pit, that was awesome.
Oh yeah.
They got pushed off and they were fighting back. That was like the coolest scene in the movie.
Oh yeah, like in the original, they just figured out how to do it. Like no danger, whatever.
I love it
Like,
when
no life or death situation.
yeah, and they all thought they were gonna die, so they pretty much all just decided to go out.
Yep.
Yeah, and also too, last thing I'm gonna bring up about the movie, I can kind of understand why they cut the romance between Jason and Kimberly. Which, huh?
Why did they cut it off?
There's another deleted scene in the Blu-ray that shows when when Kimberly goes to see Jason at his house and confess why she thinks they can't morph and can pretty much pours all of her emotions out. There's a scene where she says she wants to kiss Jason, and then they kiss, and it looks like they're about to have sex, but then they're texted by Trini saying to come meet them. That got shown to test audiences, and they all hated it, so they cut it out.
Oh, I see.
I think it's the whole Tommy and Kimberly thing, you know. People hated it because
Oh yeah, that might be it.
it's supposed to be Tommy and Kimberly.
Probably. But,
Oh yeah, one thing I want to compare the morphing style. The original, they just held up like their little belt buckle thingamabob or whatever, and just go whatever they're transforming into. Tyrannosaurus. Whereas in the movie, they just stand on some sort of platform and they just concentrate, think about like that they want to morph, and then the particle effects of the transformation or the putting on the suit goes in.
It's crazy how Billy got to like morph like outside that little circle the first time he morphed.
Yeah.
And it freaked them all out. And they all have to get on the pedestals. I wonder if they all have to be like either on the pedestals or not to morph.
Yeah.
That'd be really inconvenient. Like monster starts attacking, and they're just like, "Oh crap, we've got to go to the spaceship so we can morph and then come back."
Exactly.
Yeah, I think they can morph without, and it's proof by Billy that they can.
Yeah.
They just need to stand on the pads to, kind of
to look cool.
Harder.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I am a little disappointed that there was no morph sequence from the OG series. That would have been cool, but I understand that wouldn't have worked, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Yep.
At least Jason said it's.
Yes. Well, that was Zordon that said it's morphin' time.
I thought it was Jason.
No. Yeah, Jason said it.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah, Jason always says it's morphin' time.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Morphin'
It was Zordon.
Oh yeah, Zordon. Guy in the head. Guy head in the tube. To guy in the wall. To head in the wall.
But at least he can move around.
Yeah.
What about that amazing scene where they're in their Zords and they play the original Power Rangers song?
Oh, yeah.
It's like revamped, but yeah.
It's from the
Chills.
1995, and it's a 1995 movie.
It fits so well. I didn't think they would use it because, it's kind of corny compared to, today's standards.
Oh yeah, and their helmets, like in the original, all you have to do is like clip off the helmet, which I understand because at the time CG animation is like, meh. But in the movie, it's just their face mask that like dissolves where you can see their face.
Yeah,
right.
I don't know.
I kind of like that.
Yeah,
I guess
I did too. It was okay.
Well, then, like I said, with the suits, they kind of make it more like it's alive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
Any other comparisons?
Any more comparisons?
Nope. None that I could think of.
I've got none.
I'm all set.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
I guess we are all set right now. So
I believe we are. And I believe we'll continue too much. Your only mate's going to pass out, or he's pretty
starvation.
Much... Yeah, or he's like, why do you make me edit all this?
That too.
Yes. Which.
All right, but anyway, guys, for those who stuck around,
I think since we are wearing the Ranger coordinated shirts, I think it's appropriate because only me, Star, and Eurolymate got to do this last time. But I think now we should all do the morphine.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. No, here you go. I'm sorry. I thought this was here. No, just one. I'm sorry. I thought it was for me. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, so who wants to start off? Oh, wait. I guess I should start off.
Yeah.
That's awkward. All right.
Great start to an ending.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. It's morphin' time. Tyrannosaurus.
Saber-toothed tiger.
Triceratops.
Mastodon.
Dragon Zord.
Yeah.
Pterodactyl.
Go.
That was good. That was good.
That was good.
But anyway, guys, if you guys stuck around this long to watch our review, thank you for joining us. I'd like to know your guys' thoughts on the new movie. Put your comments down below.
Yes,
and we're going to discuss and debate about it, guys.
Yes, please do. And announcement, we will be next month. It's our 1-year anniversary. We have done this.
What are you guys getting me?
Huh?
What are you guys getting me for the 1-year anniversary?
Oh, damn it. I didn't know we could get each other something. Well, that's unfortunate. I suck at gift giving. I'm sorry. No. We might as well make the announcement. We were originally supposed to do a Death Battle Season 2 Top 14 list. Most of us have our list.
That got moved to September, though.
Yeah, but because of some personal things we've all been going through, I decided to move it back to September. So next month, we will not, I repeat, not be talking about Death Battle. I know, it's a paradox universe.
No, that would be the month after.
Instead, we're going to be doing a Q&A, a live Q&A. You can ask us questions. It doesn't matter if it's personal, just not too personal.
Well, if we think it's too personal, then we just won't answer it. But...
Yeah, exactly.
And the thing is, in my comments and my videos, I keep getting asked if I'm single. I'm not going to answer that.
Yeah, well, if we do, I always have the solution for that. I'm just saying. All right, I'm sorry. I'll put the gun away. I know Duo freaked out last time when I pulled that gun out.
We can't see the gun anyway.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, just pretend you can see the gun.
There's a gun?
Yeah, so we're going to be doing a Q&A, again, just to kind of talk personal, because you guys know us as YouTubers, but it'd be fun for us to talk to you as ourselves, as our identities, I guess.
As our nerd self.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good idea.
Well, pretty much what we do here is pretty much who we are anyway, so.
Well, yeah, but...
Yeah, but it's a podcast where we're not trying to stick to a specific topic.
Right.
Yeah, so if you've ever wanted to see us just kind of play off each other, going off topic about whatever, or just answering the weird questions you guys send us, we've got more videos coming next month. When those podcasts will be available, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, until then, that's pretty much it. That's all for the announcements.
All right, so I just want to close out and say this is DuoDreamer, and I'm going to tell you guys to always dream big.
This is Richard Korra Kenobi saying, as always, may the force be with you all, and I'm not a racist.
That came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm SpectralStar.
Someone accused him of being a racist on his video.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, that's
right. Oh, yeah, that.
Which one?
I don't know.
The reaction to the last death battle.
Oh. People accuse me of everything.
All the bone jokes from that. Sorry.
Okay, well, let's continue with our outros.
I don't really have an outro. I mean...
We need to give you one.
Bye. See you next time.
Yeah.
Yes. SpectralStar. Bye.
And keep following the stars? I don't know.
Always look up.
Second star on the right and on until morning.
Oh my God! Yeah, you know, use that. I was gonna.
You're Peter Pan reference.
I was gonna say always keep up for a shining star.
I like that.
Anyway, go on, Amber. Sorry.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, kick the like button in the ass like a beast. If you really liked it, go ahead and subscribe. And until the next videos, from either me or everyone else, stay awesome, be nice to animals, and don't be dicks. Bye-bye.
I'm your only mate, starving so much. And I'm just going to say see you on the next podcast or whatever. And here is my tracer outro because this is going on my channel, I at least assume, maybe. Probably. I don't know. Bye.
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 Bye, guys.
Hello loves, Tracer here. You've just watched a video by your only mate. Subscribe, like, comment and check out his other stuff. Cheers loves!